She was never this strict before.
Well, she's probably just doing what she thinks she ought to do.
I'm glad you're not that way.
Well, maybe that's because I'm your mother and I understand you a little better than Miss Winters does.
I'm glad you're my mother.
Are you, dear?
Yes. You don't scold me or boss me around.
Yeah, but have you forgotten, David, when you were fairly certain that wasn't your mother? You remember? Pepperidge Farms remembers. Hello, I am Joel Sharpton, one half of the Articulate Coven, and this is my watch of the original supernatural soap opera Dark Shadows. We're up to 162 today. We are ever so close to the storyline that everybody knows from this show, which is Barnabas Collins, the vampire. He gets here eventually. We're not there yet. We're doing some cool stuff with Lara Collins, though, in the meantime. Okay, I've got a ton of feedback that I need to get to, and I do want to sprinkle in a little bit right here. So let's get to it. I want to say thank you to everybody who comments either on Patreon or on our YouTube videos. Both are helpful to the algorithm. Means more people see us and these videos show up for everybody. This is one I missed from City Dweller, and this is back on episode 140. One of the elements that I didn't really take note of when I saw this back when it aired on the Sci-Fi Channel during the story is the symbolism of having Laura and Vicky in the same scene. Laura is David's biological mother that David hasn't seen in a long time. That isn't quite herself, while Vicky has become the pseudo-mother figure in David's life that he's grown to slowly trust over the last 140 episodes and has given him structure in a way that no one else in the Collins family has. Absolutely. And it is interesting to me, especially right now where we are, they've removed Elizabeth from the story somewhat. And so it is genuinely Vicky and Laura that are vying for David right now. This is a new commenter, CD21234, commented on episode 138. This is right when we understand that there's a body that has been burnt in Laura Collins' old apartment, but it's unrecognizable. He says the body was unrecognizable. That Aquanet was dangerous stuff. Very good. J2299 commented on episode 138. Hey man, you finally got one right. J2299 is always making fun of my bad predictions, at least partially. Lol. I'm not spoiling anything by saying Laura has a pre-burn before the actual one to gather strength and power. As far as kissing goes, the censors considered vampire bites as kisses, so they too only last 5 seconds. Eventually, all bites are before ad breaks, so they aren't ridiculously brief. Okay, so somebody else mentioned censors. Let me see if I can find that. Okay, J2299 again. This was on episode 146. It takes time to get the censors to allow them to say anything or certain things outright. They're not allowed to say vampire for months after Barnabas shows up, referring to him as the living dead and a creature of darkness with the curse of the bat. Liz getting suspicious of Laura, and this is the beginning of Liz's small psychic abilities with family members. Okay, that is fascinating to know that they're going to bring Liz into part of the whole supernatural of it all. And then finally, Holly Van Y, this commented on 145. I envy anyone who has never seen Dark Shadows before and can now watch it for the first time. This is a show that just keeps getting better and better from this point on. I'm so excited, Holly, to go through this. And thanks again to everybody who watches these shows with me. All right, let's get into this episode 162 right now.
Collinwood, even by day, is shrouded in mysteries. Mysteries.
Man, okay, this is a different look, I think, than we've gotten of the mansion before. Yeah, I like this shot better, honestly, than the other one. This also would make it sort of make sense to park right by the front door on occasion. Still rude.
Theme and the unknown. A stranger has come to Collinwood. A man who may be able to solve these mysteries. And the life of one member of the Collins family depends on what he is able to find out.
Any news of Mrs. Stoddard?
Yes.
Wouldn't he know first? Wouldn't he be in touch with the hospital in a more direct way than they are?
Mrs. Stoddard told me to keep David away from his mother. Now, I don't know if I can do that. I don't even know if it's right. She is David's mother.
You want my opinion?
Yes.
If I were you, Miss Winters, I would do everything in my power to keep that boy away from Laura Collins.
One of the weaker cold opens. Those two were playing that fairly low key. Good punchline, though. I hope that the doctor will explain in this episode that he is sensing something from Laura. He hasn't really interacted with Laura yet. I'm ready for this thing to come to a head, if I'm honest. I have enjoyed this Laura storyline, but I'm ready for things to move in some way.
Well, I couldn't go that far.
But you just said that.
Now, let me just clarify what I said, Miss Winters. I have two facts at my disposal. The first is the presence in this house of a force so strong that it put Mrs. Stoddard into...
Ooh, Mrs. Trotted, Mrs. Stoddard, huh? Okay.
The greatest source of friction in this house is between Mrs. Stoddard and Mrs. Collins. You know, I would like to get to know Laura Collins and find out more about her.
Or just get bewitched and then disappear into a ditch. Boy, I had a lot of hope for Dr. Guthrie. So far, he's pretty dry. I'm not loving it.
I know that I saw Josette. Now, I do think that she's responsible for these compulsions. In fact, I think that she is trying to tell me something about Mrs. Collins.
Oh, it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute since we had a beautiful transition. That's such a good one. Applause. Good job, team. Oh, man. So, okay, that last scene was and then that transition is a great example of what this show is dealing with. You have genuinely high creative powers behind the scenes and on screen, obviously, in this show. People that really, really know what they're doing and that are very, very capable. But the constraints under which they were working were such, the time constraints primarily, but also the budgetary constraints. That previous scene, Dr. Guthrie is stumbling over his words the entire time, obviously doesn't know the script. Also, I don't know if you noticed it, but there's like crazy shadows where the lighting and the boom mic and probably a camera are all interfering with each other so that you see all of the equipment as the actors are moving about on set and the crew's moving about on set. Anyway, they don't have time to redo that stuff. They don't have the budget to redo that stuff. And yet also the writing and the directing team sometimes can come together and do something beautiful like that transition. And also, I've been praising Diana Malay as Laura Collins especially, but like, I don't know, man. That is the highs and lows of Dark Shadows right there in one scene and transition together.
She was never this strict before.
Well, she's probably just doing what she thinks she ought to do.
I'm glad you're not that way.
Well, maybe that's because I'm your mother and I understand you a little better than Miss Winters does.
I'm glad you're my mother.
Are you, dear?
Yes. You don't scold me or boss me around.
Yeah, but have you forgotten, David, when you were fairly certain that wasn't your mother? You remember? Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Well, I'm not so sure I want to leave Collinwood. I like it here. I know all sorts of secret hiding places where I can play. And if I go away, I won't have secret hiding places.
But you'll have other things. Believe me, you'll like it where I want to take you, David. Oh, you really will like it.
Where is that, Laura? Where would you like to take him?
Maybe.
Well, I'm not going to force you to make a decision now, but, well, you must make one soon. We haven't got much time.
Apparently Laura thinks it's coming to a head as well.
I understand that you've seen a ghost.
Who told you?
Miss Winters,
Well, it's true, I have. Lots of times.
I believe you.
You do?
Yes, certainly. I believe in the existence of such things.
You're not like most people. Most people make fun of me whenever I talk about them.
Well, I'm not going to make fun of you.
Boy, that's like an advertisement for our Articulate Coven Facebook group.
Well, shall we go, David?
Okay, but you've got to promise me one thing. That you won't get scared, no matter what happens.
I promise.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, the scene with David was Guthrie's best scene by far so far in the show. Does make you wonder, where did they store this set?
Well, this is it.
Like, I mean, genuinely, was this old house set just sitting there waiting for the however many weeks it would be before they needed to shoot there again? I don't know how that worked back then.
How old is this house?
Oh, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old.
Probably not that many hundreds.
Oh, my grandfather, my great-great-great-grandfather. His name was Jeremiah Collins. Josette was his wife.
Must have been a spectacular place in its day.
I like it the way it is now. It's real spooky.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Come on, I'll show you Josette Collins. That's her picture.
There you go. Okay, look, so the better thing would have been to have made the sweep down into the cobwebs a little bit more artful, but to get us that shot of them and the painting through the cobwebs, and to get another example of what I was talking about earlier, like, good craftspeople behind this show. They're doing their best with limited resources and time. I love a scrappy, artful crew, man.
She was always nice to me.
Do you feel like she wants to protect you?
I know she does. That's why I can't figure out why she won't appear to us, now that I need her so much.
Why do you need her so much?
Because I have to ask her some questions. I have to make a very important decision.
What?
Well, I have to know whether I should leave Collinwood. If I should go away with my mother.
Boy, I think Josette's going to have an answer for you on that. And it's going to be a resounding no, sir. Good transition. Not a magic transition, but a good one. I'm not looking forward to this scene. I'm worried Laura's going to put the old hoodoo on
Collins,
Vicky.
I hope I'm not... He wouldn't get his schoolwork done.
Well, he'll do it here.
Will he?
I'll see to it that he does.
Well, he'll have to get up very early in the morning in order to get in a good day.
I'll see that he gets up very early in the morning.
All right.
Vicky, I am quite capable of taking care of David myself.
I'm sure you are.
Boy, she put a little bass in her voice when she told it to her, though, didn't she? Vicky, I am quite capable.
Then be straightforward now. You're interested in more than David's studies. You want to keep him away from me. Isn't that the truth?
I mean, yes, but why, Laura? Let's break down why.
Mrs. Stoddard was afraid that something about you was disturbing to David.
Yes, but that's no longer the case. He wants to be with me now.
Yes.
If Liz were here, she would have no logical reason for keeping us apart.
I mean, she might not have any logical reasons. She's got lots of good reasons. You psychically threw her down those stairs, for one.
Well, if you're wise, you'll forget your instructions.
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Nice pair of legs you got there, Vicky. Be a shame if something happened to him.
Better.
You'd better.
What?
Vicky, I do not want interference from you.
I have tried very hard not to interfere.
Then try harder. I'll give you a word of advice.
What is it?
Don't try to come between David and me. It wouldn't be wise. In fact, it would be very unwise.
All right, Josette. Tell this boy something about his mama.
Look, I'll take a look around. Why don't you stay here?
Okay.
I won't be gone long. Just a few minutes. You won't go away, will you?
No, I'll stay right here. I like it here.
Why wouldn't you put him out the front door and let the doc sit in there for a minute by himself?
Tell me what to do. You're going to tell me what to do. That's my picture.
I don't know, Josette. You're being a little vague there, in my opinion. First of all, look at that. That's that good shot that I was telling you all about through the cobwebs. Kudos to the credits folks on that one. Let's get a little brighter, maybe, if it lights up. No, not really. But yeah, very, very good episode, I would say. But genuinely, okay, Laura, does that mean that he's supposed to be with his mother? Or does that mean if you go with your mother, you'll end up in a fire? Because I know how I'm reading it, but I'm not sure how the kid is reading it, you know? All right, there's 162 in the bag. I hope you're loving these. 163 is coming your way, especially if you're a patron. If you are watching these on YouTube, you can get them early, ad-free more often. You get 5 a week on Patreon, articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free. You can search for us on the Patreon app as well if you're already on there. Again, thanks to everybody who's watching these videos and commenting, and we'll be back soon with episode 163.